IBIS Global Summit in Monaco. We're with Michael Macaluso today, Group President for Driven Brands Paint, Collision and Glass. Michael, how are you today? We're so glad to be here in Monaco with you.
Fantastic. Great to be with the team at Collision Repair Magazine as usual, and really looking forward to a great couple days here in the conference.
Yeah. So we're here today at the conference. We had some welcome drinks on the beach last night, but there were some speaker sessions we just listened to about the general economy around the world, and as well as some presentations from GIPA, some presentations from GIPA. But Michael, I just wanted to know, how long have you been attending IBIS? I know you've been in the industry a long time. You've got a long history with CarStar, Driven Brands, all of your portfolio. So tell us about your history with IBIS.
Yeah, we've been involved. It originally started at Driven Brands with CarStar. So CarStar has been involved with IBIS for more than a decade, probably close to 15, 16 years. We were one of the first participants when IBIS started more than 20 years ago, and I remember going to some of those early summits in Switzerland and other great places. So we really found a need to connect and learn globally to understand what's happening in the global marketplace specific to collision at the time. And as we've entered the family of Driven Brands since 2015, it's just expanded our horizon to understanding different parts of the automotive aftermarket, even great sessions today touching on the economic impact within our business. But yeah, it's been a multi-year engagement, and really, we only know what we know. So understanding what's happening globally, I think, is really important. That's what keeps us engaged with IBIS, and I think for many years to come.
Out of all the topics we're talking about today, I mean, we just touched on some of the economic stuff, we talked about the pandemic, a lot of electric vehicle stuff, the labor shortage. What are you most interested to get an insight to?
Yeah, definitely the sessions this morning around the global impact to supply chain is certainly interesting, seeing some of the changes there for good or bad. What's happening particularly in Europe related to the impact from the incidents in Russia and the Ukraine is relevant across the global supply chain. It's interesting, the talent challenges across all of our industry are relevant around the world. So it's a common issue, but with different approaches and different solutions, as well, even just the continued consolidation impact. I know it hasn't been a discussion point yet, but I know it's going to be a discussion later on in the sessions today, and it's just interesting to see across the global aftermarket the continued consolidation and the need to do so across the entire supply chain, not just within the retail collision sector.
Absolutely, yeah. Apologies for squinting here. As you can see, we're on the sunny French Riviera, so apologies for the sun. But absolutely, there's so many things, and just hearing all about there's so many different people here from all corners of the world. All of them are involved in the collision space, so it's just so interesting to hear everyone's perspectives and just chat with them. So more on Driven Brands. I know you guys have been picking up some acquisitions in the glass realm recently, so tell us about that. I know you had some good Q1 results. How are things going?
Yes. We saw our Q1 results were strong, and we're really bullish on the glass market.
Yes.
You can see as during our earnings report and say some of the things our CEO is speaking towards, but we see a great need for another strong player on the glass side across North America. We entered the business in 2019 with our acquisition of the Claris Group, which is Univan and PHV through Cote on the distribution side. So we had a lot of great learnings at that time. Obviously, COVID came into play, so we're back in. We re-entered engagement in the U.S. market, or entered engagement in the U.S. market early this year with Auto Glass Now, and the business has been performing exceptionally well, and we're happy our first few months in. And just with the changing marketplace, we're excited about the glass business and what it can bring forward for Driven Brands and our portfolio of businesses.
So I did kind of sneaking this question on you here, but in the glass realm, obviously ADAS is a big thing, and ADAS is one tiny crack or 1 millimeter off, you're going to be suffering on the road. So how's training going for that? And maybe it's something that is more someone else's realm, but I know you have a lot of focus on the entire Driven Brands family. So tell us about training and how you kind of make sure your staff are equipped to handle things like that.
It's a great question, and for us, first and foremost, safety and quality repairs.
Absolutely.
So we want to make sure it's done properly, and increasingly so requires calibration, particularly for those newer age models. And although it sounds fairly simple, it's a very complicated and important part of the repair process. So for us, we have great partners across the supply chain that supplies with the right equipment, training and so forth to make sure we do it properly. And it's really getting those technicians engaged in the calibration process. Not every glass technician is a great calibration technician. So it's just understanding those that can do it properly, timely, and certainly working with our partners to ensure that it's done when necessary, but always done properly. So calibration is a growing growing importance on the collision side, but certainly on the glass side.
I could say a growing pain, but it's not a pain. It's very interesting, and like you're saying, there's so many different verticals you can get into. Painter, and now we're having the painter, collision repair tech. You've got estimator. You can be someone like Michael. So there's so many different ways you can be involved in the collision repair industry, and calibration is just another one of them. So I won't take too much more of your time, Michael. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. We really appreciate it. And make sure to stay tuned to Collision Repair Magazine for more IBIS interviews. Thanks for watching.